gets harder every single day.
Thank you, girl.
And I know my
Darkness will never go away.
It's hard when you're living and you don't feel much, and you're down and you're hoping that things are gonna change.
We don't know. We don't know. Find a way. We don't know. Okay, so I just wanted to start off with that song because that song is by the Strumbellas. It's called We Don't Know. If you have a chance, look it up on YouTube and listen to it because it really, oh God, I've missed me Aggie hair everywhere. Ugh. It really has to do with this full moon in Sagittarius and the new moon in Gemini because they're literally one, right? But just different sides of the coin. Hi, Karina here, your Lucid Living Coach. It is June 14th. I'm doing this video for the full moon on Monday that's happening in Sagittarius. On the 17th in Sagittarius. Are you ready for this? Have you been feeling all the heavy energy? We're shifting. Big changes are happening. So stay tuned and watch the cool video. Okay, so the full moon in Sagittarius happening June 17th at 12:30 a.m. while we sleep. So this is like the new moon in Gemini, another mutable moon cycle. What does that mean? Mutable energy. It's like water, it flows, right? It's like the wind blows. Like there's a lot of wind that's been blowing since yesterday, and that is definitely the energy where anything could go and anything will go. So make sure to remain flexible and spontaneous. We have the North Node in Cancer hanging out with Mercury, Mars, and Juno. We could have an interest or have met someone that has sparked some kind of passion or emotion or love, okay? Capricorn is camping out, opposing this kind of nurturing, loving energy with Saturn and Pluto. And those are the malifics. They're the naysayers. So this could be pulling up some past baggage and experiences that is trying to get in your way of this whimsical connection. Finding a balance between what you should do, head, and what you want to do, heart, is the key. The best way forward is listening to your intuition and how you feel. How you feel will let you know if you're on the right track or you're not. If it feels good, just do it. Regardless, it will be a teacher in some way, shape, or form. Be mindful of the Neptune aspects, however. These positionings make it very easy to fall into delusionment. So be careful in over idolizing romantic situations. We will be feeling overly optimistic, so don't let yourself be deceived. And I highly recommend avoid the extremities in drinking, drugs, gambling, and everything where you can slip into delusionment, because there are a lot of aspects happening with Neptune. We have Neptune square the moon, Neptune aspecting and trining Mars, and Mercury, and it's sextiling the South Node and Saturn, and it's squaring over to Jupiter and the moon, and squaring over the sun and Venus, like all these aspects with Neptune. And with this full moon, the rising is Pisces, and Black Moon Lilith is right there. You know, she's digging deep and she's sensual and sexual. So don't be lured in by sexuality, more be so like the romance of it and the passion and like feeling something, okay? Because that's exciting. But when you start making things up in your head that aren't real, and then you're really opening yourself up for a letdown, okay? So just be mindful of that. Because it makes it very easy to fall into delusionment. So just to let you know, if the person or offer is here now and it's real and it's meant to be, then it will be there later. So remembering, good things take time. So keep your feet firmly on the ground. So don't rush into anything that might not last. So I just want to give you a couple of dates. For the Neptune square Jupiter is the strongest effects of this delusionment is January 13th, that already happened, coming up on the 16th of this month, and it will happen again on September 21st. So keep those dates in mind. Moon square Neptune. Okay, things aren't as they appear. So be careful not to be deceived. Avoid making any important decisions, especially on the first time meeting. You're more sensitive, vulnerable, and confused, so watch for deception and your enemies. So with this Venus also highlighting, and Jupiter, anything that Jupiter is doing right now, because it is involved with this full moon, because it's in Sagittarius and it's somewhat conjunct this moon. So we're feeling very optimistic and very expansive, and like anything could happen, anything could go, and that's fine because anything can go and anything can happen. I'm not trying to put a wet blanket on the optimism and the romance and the excitement you're feeling, because that's all real, right? But it's where you get out of the reality and start making things up that's not humanly possible for one person to be, okay? So with Venus opposing Jupiter, this easy time for love and partying and indulgence and vacationing, and especially if you have the funds, like go ahead, have fun, do it. But you might not feel very motivated to work at this time, okay? So give yourself the rest and go camping, get out in nature, make sure that you get out and be social. You will have a good time. Just be mindful of overindulging with all this Neptunian energy. So I also noticed that Vesta is traveling with Uranus for the next 3 moon cycles. Okay, so this is an indicator that we have this creative fire within, and we could definitely be traveling different dimensions. And the unseen world is in alignment with us right now. So you might be getting a lot of synchronicities, a lot of like euphoric feelings and past life feelings and intuitions and channelings of information and stuff like that. We may realize, what was that sound? We may realize, what was that sound? We may realize that the life that we are currently living is not the one that we want to create. So time to get creative and brainstorm what your soul is calling you to create. Because Vesta is one of the feminine healing energies, and it's pulling the purest aspects out of us. Family traditions also troubles generational curses, and it rules keys and locks. So there are things that are locked, but there are also keys to unlock them. So finding those keys are very important for this next month, okay? So this will be in the house of our values during this full moon. So just a friendly reminder that you have to charge for your services, your gifts, your talents, because it needs that for sustainability. so we can continue to keep growing and spreading. Anything that doesn't have that exchange in energy, you're just giving your energy out, and eventually you'll be depleted and you won't be able to sustain that gift, okay? There's a big opposition going on between the South Node and the North Node. The North Node has Mercury, Mars, and Juno, and the South Node has Saturn and Pluto. The new way forward is happening in relationships, okay? This is a knowing of what we want and not falling into old patterns. Stay focused on what you desire. Unlike other full moons, we may be feeling like we just want to be alone. And this is important for us to be quiet so we could hear which direction that we want to go or what we wish to manifest. There could be a tug of war going on for this full moon in regards to our home security, comfort, and on the other hand, this passion and romance type of relationship opposing our needs to keep like moving forward and keep working, or maybe even like dropping into the old way of thinking or perception that doesn't serve our best interests. So don't let the walls come up and the need to detach and become busy to like drown out our feelings. Because this is all the South Node stuff that we're actually trying to move away from. So stay on track with your North Node, which is our destiny and our purpose. It is what will ultimately make us happy, even though it's the scariest thing for us to do. So take risk and choose going into the direction that you would normally not choose and see what happens. I mean, it's okay to not know, where the path is going. Surprises are nice. Sometimes those are just the best places to end up, right? If you keep choosing the same path and keep being in this daily routine or like this rut, you'll just end up always getting in the same place that you were before. But you choose it because it's safe, right? And you know where it will lead. But try a different path and allow yourself to be surprised. The worst thing that could happen is you don't like the destination, which isn't new for you, right? Because you keep taking the same path and the same destination appears that you don't really care about, okay? So there is a beautiful Neptune aspect though, with the trine Mars, Mercury, whatever, this beautiful energy that allows us to be creative and romantically open to love and spirituality. So get out there and be social if you're feeling like connecting, because you could meet someone caring, and a spiritual type of person. So don't let your poor self-esteem or insecurities get in your way of an awesome connection or a relationship. Another pretty intense aspect, especially for a sun-ruled sign, Leos, is this Sun square Chiron. I mean, this is a big part of the full moon. Chiron is the wounded healer, and it's squaring the moon. Okay, this is directly affecting our inner insecurities and fears. We're discovering our weak spots and unrevealed issues about our purpose in life. Those are being revealed as well. With women or female energy, this is directly dealing with our issues surrounding our father or our father figure, and how this has affected our adult relationships and our identity and our perception in life. So wherever Leo is, check Leo in your chart, and that's the area that will be directly affected by this. All this energy, okay, because it's the full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about the explorer, the guru, spirituality, the teacher, always like traveling and on the go, right? But this energy and the shadow aspect is this separation from others in society. And it is to keep safe. And it's backwards thinking and will ultimately harm us more than anything if we continue with this separation. This comes from a fear of closeness and vulnerability and connection. So moving away from being dogmatic or feeling like you're better or smarter than everyone else, or you're the lone wolf or black sheep or lonely at the top type of energy, because that is just allowing for more of this disconnect and this Capricorn Pluto South Node energy to keep alive. And we really want to be moving towards this opening and this nurturing of others. Because for an example, if you have like your moon or let's say your Venus in the 12th house, and you always find no one is accepting you of your love, right? And so you start just avoiding it and putting up these walls. But ultimately, what you need is to give that unconditional love and feel needed, okay, to those that need it, because then that's taking the focus off of your lack, and you are actually like giving that love and nurturing to someone that will turn around and give you that love that you've always desired and wanted. This full moon is a lot about this romance and love and connection and balancing masculine, feminine archetype, the mothering and the father, these aspects of ourselves, and really choosing to, I'm going to hashtag love. Okay. Love is a tricky concept because we all experience love in different ways. Some of us need quality time and some of us need an extra long rope to feel free and loved. There's different love languages. Nonetheless, it's something that we need and desire. Not all of us can accept love when it is felt or experienced. This whole experience of love could have been a difficult journey in life, which stems from the love that we felt or didn't feel from our parents, as well as our experiences in adulthood with our past relationships and love and how that ended or was experienced. We all desire to be available to accept love and be open to trust where trust has been broken, but it's not always an easy lock to open. We can for moments let ourselves feel what it feels like to love and to be loved, and then soon find ourselves withdrawing before it's too late. And we start pushing people away. Others of us would rather get that love from our pets or coworkers or clients or just a good old art of creativity for the meantime until we could allow that loving relationship in. Whatever it is that you're loving now, loves is where you're supposed to be. What is your ultimate desires in love? What can you do to be ready to receive that love? Sometimes people come into our lives to show us what is possible. Others come into our lives to show us how we have limited ourselves from true, authentic love. We have soulmates that come and go, and some stay a while. What soulmates have appeared in your life recently? What have they shown you? Were you excited? If so, what were you excited about? What were your judgments on them, if any? And how were you pushing them away? This will give you a clue as to where you've been blocking your love. Have you put up walls or putting people in categories? Sometimes we do this to keep love out. We separate ourselves from others, telling ourselves that we are different and I'm so alone in this world, or no one could love me because I'm so unlovable, or I have all these awful qualities. But you know what? There's always someone for someone. Yeah, I think I said that right. So when we all start to think this way, we can create walls around us that keep us trapped in confinement. We are tribal people. And once you find your tribe, don't let them walk out of your life. Love is the key to your freedom. So, with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos. And if you'd like a personal reading or would like some coaching or just someone to talk to and get you through any hard spots in life, I have my links below. You can PM me. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have a lovely full moon in Sagittarius. And I hope that the love that has come into your life is real, true, and authentic, and you accept it with open arms. Peace out, guys. Your Lucid Living.
Oh no, still find a way. We don't know. We don't know. There's hope. We'll be okay.